This is a video of our Northern Europe cruise to Hamburg, Netherlands and Zeebrugge. This is Southampton, and one of the best sights you can see in Southampton is when you see Iona for the first time. We got on board, we went to the quays for lunch, and a couple of hours later I had quite a few Mai Tais. After unpacking and everything, we went to the beach house for dinner, and this was the first duck we found. The beach house is an extra charge specialty restaurant. That is the potato skins, which is sweet potato topped with cheese. I had the Azadu Shera platter, which wasn't as good as last time. A little bit disappointing. I was pretty full, and so I just had the banana split with ice cream and some cream, I believe, and raspberry sauce. This is my go-to breakfast most days: 2 eggs Benedict, 3 hash browns, 3 sausages and some mushrooms. The day after my birthday we went back to the cabin, and this is what we saw. We had lunch in the olive grove a few times. This was spaghetti carbonara with the mushroom ravioli. This is the Sicilian lemon tart with rosewater ice cream. That ice cream is the best ice cream ever. Our first port of call was Hamburg, where it was -5. There was snow and ice everywhere. Just a few pictures of the port. It is a working port, and we docked beside the brand new port terminal where you have a Westfield shopping centre. As you can see, it was very cold. Once inside, I did manage to find the Haribo shop, and I did buy a few bags of Haribo. I got back on the ship, and Joe had got me a drink, and there is a Zinfandel Rosé and a Mai Tai. Just a few more pictures of the working port. And yes, we had snow on Iona. This is the first time ever we have seen snow on Iona. This was the one evening we went to the MDR, which is the main dining room. I had a pork schnitzel with some green beans and something else, followed by cookies and cream cheesecake, which was delicious. And to follow that, I had a port with some cheese and biscuits. Later on in the evening, we went and saw a festival. Jo actually enjoyed it this time. She didn't enjoy it last time for some reason. This was our sea day, and that is the Wallenus Williamson, I believe, which followed us all the way from Southampton. And there it is, a closer view. I did try something different for breakfast one day. I did try the pancakes with maple syrup and bacon. Yeah, not great. And this is the evening that I got seasick and had to have room service because I couldn't get out of bed. The pizza weren't bad. This is our first day in Rotterdam. What a lovely sunset in the background there. And obviously that is the cruise terminal. Again, it was very cold and it was snowing. But we did manage to go off the ship. We had a walk up to the Rotterdam New York Hotel to try and have a cocktail or two. but we didn't get a cocktail or two. This is still around 7:30 in the morning. I know I'm lost for words now. You can see the sunrise even better there. As I said, it was very cold and very windy. Just a few pictures on our walk to the Hotel New York. There's quite a bit of building works going on. That's the picture that Joe took. Not a bad picture, if I say so myself. I believe that is a tower block of some sort. Lots of windows. Them poor blokes up there are cleaning. And there you go, you can see them a little bit closer now. We do like Rotterdam. This is now the second time we've been. This is the bow of the ship. And there she is next door to the New York Rotterdam Hotel. And that is as close as we got to getting in there. There was about a queue of about 50 people and the wait was over 2 hours. So I never got my cocktail. We had to walk back to the ship and I got a couple on there. Another picture of the New York Hotel. I say it was a nice day, but very cold and very windy. This is the main atrium. I believe we're on deck 7 here. Our favourite deck is deck 8. This was the evening in the glass house. I tried a new rosé, which was very nice. I had the scallops, I had the meatballs, and I had the patata bravas. And as you can see, all the plates are empty. Joe had the lamb cutlets, some patata bravas, and some baby chicken wings, which were all gluten-free. That is my trio of desserts, which was a mud pie, some parfait thing, and some pokey cake thing. And that was what was recommended to me to try, and it was very nice. I went for a walk outside after tea. The first thing you see as you get out of the terminal is this mural. You just can't miss it. And you do need to read the story behind it because it is quite sad. And there is the Erasmus Bridge, all lit up. And another picture of the Erasmus Bridge. Last time I did walk over the bridge and get some footage, but this time it was too cold. I stayed very close to the ship. And there is the aft of Iona. Not a bad back end, is it? And there is the Erasmus Bridge again. I know I'm waffling on, but this is the first time that I have done a voiceover on any video. And there is Iona again, all lit up. At the back are the two main dining rooms, which is Coral and Pearl. This was on the walk back to the ship now. Just had to get that mural again. These were two little ducks which were left outside our door by Sophia and Isla. Thank you very much for those. This is the second day now in Rotterdam. And again, it is snowing. And as you can see, Joe has our own tour company. So we get free tours when we come to Rotterdam. We found this little fella in Anderson's Bar and Library. He was just sitting there on the shelf. I will say thank you to Sean and Debbie He has come home to be in our collection of ducks. We didn't set foot off the ship on the second day. I had a quick lunch in the quays, which was a pork and peanut sauce curry with steamed rice. And for dessert, I had some coconut meringue pie thing. Didn't have a lot of flavour to it. This evening, we were in the Limelight Club. We went to see Joe McElderry, and obviously if you've seen our other videos, you would know that he was absolutely spectacular. You can see there, I've got all the cameras set up ready. And there is the man himself doing his Q&As. And our question did get read out, which made a change. Didn't take many pictures of the food. That is the pork. That is the beef fillet, which is to die for. And now I believe we are in Zeebrugge. We have managed to get to Belgium, and the weather wasn't that bad. There are lots and lots of coaches there to take people out on their excursions. We hadn't booked any excursions. I was just going to have a little walk to the chocolate factory to see what chocolate we could find. Again, Zeebrugge is a working port, and you have to get a shuttle bus to the end of the port to get to the cruise terminal. This is my little walk around Zeebrugge. I managed to find the little harbour with lots of little boats in. I'd imagine on a sunny day that would have been quite nice, but again it was quite chilly, but it wasn't as cold as Hamburg and Rotterdam. I did manage to find P&O Chocolate Factory. It's not a bad little shop. It's a lot bigger than the one we went to in Bruges, which didn't have a lot of choice. I was really sport for choice in here. As you can see, there was lots and lots of chocolate. I think I ended up spending 102 euros. We did have 90 euros to waste, so only really spent 12 euros. And I did get Jo her cherry brandy Kirsch bonbon things she wanted. And yes, I did get her 3 packets of them, because that's how nice I am. And as you can see there, one massive bag full of chocolate and one little bag of chocolate. I had made my way back to the ship now, and there's something there which was set into concrete, which is quite good. Don't know if it's some sort of hotel or something, but yeah, not a bad little site that wasn't. On the way back now to the ship, we decided to have lunch. I had to try the Sin City burger, obviously fish and chips again, and as you can see there is a Corona there. This was one of our favourite waiters. He worked in the MGR and the Keel and Cow, and his name was Michael, and he introduced me to a mojito. Another one of our favourite waiters, that is Kid Rack, who we hope is going to be on our next cruise, which is in April. And that is Reese, who has subscribed to our channel as well. And this was his last cruise before going home to his family and his little boy. And there we go. We actually made a Lego minifig picture of him. And obviously he's carrying my mojito there. And as you can see, I did get the nickname 2 Drinks Sean. Just a few pictures of the other side of the port in Zeebrugge. There wasn't a lot to see, just a few ships or boats and lots of wind turbines. We had a brilliant cruise. We have booked again for the same cruise next year. Going to the same places. Hopefully it will be a lot warmer than it was this year. We are now getting towards the end of the video. I hope I haven't bored you too much. This was the Last Supper in the Keel and Cow. I had the monkfish and cod scampi tails, they called it, but they were huge. It was like having 7 mini fillets of fish. It was crazy, but it was so good. It really was. And I got some onion rings as well. Jo had her pork belly, which is totally gluten-free. There are some pictures at the end. We went and saw the privateers on the last night. We didn't think they were as good as they were the first time we saw them, but I did get the CD signed by them, and as you can see there, Nick is signing it. And I did tell them one day they will be famous. A selection of Jo's gluten-free food that she took pictures of. That was a chocolate mousse with some orange coulis. She had a different breakfast every day, and everything that you see here is gluten-free. She had scrambled egg, bacon, hash browns. She also had some gluten-free muffins. She had some fruit yogurt. And this is the trio of desserts which she had in the glass house. She didn't take any pictures of the 3 mains. And this was the pork belly that she had in the Keel and Cow. And it does look good. And she did say it was delicious. Just look at that. I could eat that as well, but I'm not a fan of pork belly. And in the Keys, they do gluten-free fish and chips. And they also now do gluten-free burgers. And she had a selection of desserts to pick from in the Keys, just round the corner. There was normally 2 or 3, sometimes 4, that she could pick from each day. And again, another gluten-free breakfast. Hash brown, scrambled egg and bacon. That does look good, and it was good. And there you go, there's the 2 ducks that Sophia and Isla left for us outside the door. As I said, thank you very much. Thank you for watching this, and please subscribe, like and tick the bell, because we are on another cruise in April to Norway, and that will be vlogged as well.